Hope you don't mind being on video. Can't really get you anyway, it's all dark. Just getting the pallet coming out.
Raise the bucket. Oh, you got it.
I just successfully unloaded and received a shipment from Earth and Turf Attachments from Pennsylvania. And what you're looking at here are a set of forklift tines. They're clamp-on and oh, very nicely made. And those were packaged along with this pallet, which contains a clamp-on snowplow from the same company. All I had to do was just open up this package, pull those forklift tines out and clamp them on the bucket of my tractor, and that allowed me to unload the pallet right off the back of the delivery truck. Now what's inside this pallet, beyond the forklift tines that I unpackaged right off the truck, is a clamp-on snow blade. And this is a 72-inch it's a 72-inch wide clamp-on snow blade that is spring-loaded. It has that protects the plow if you hit anything. It has some skid shoes, and it can tilt in either direction, right or left. So I'm just going to go ahead and unpackage this, and I'll be back in a few moments. What a thing of beauty! Very nicely crafted. I'm looking at all the welding on here, and the weldments are excellent. Very professionally built. I notice a lot of reinforcements. Heavily constructed. This is a very high quality piece of equipment. Earth and Turf Attachments. I'm going to share more of the features with this piece of equipment with you, but just the basic overview, just uncovering it, looking it over, I'm very impressed. Very impressed with the quality of the craftsmanship. They're not outrageously priced. They're more than well worth the money, and I can see that this piece of equipment is going to be here at Downeast Thunder Farm for many years to come, and it'll be well used. It's just a clamp-on snow blade for my compact tractor, but it has a lot of features you see on more expensive, much larger plows. It even has a wear blade here, a scraper blade, that can be reversed. So if you wear it down a bit, you can just turn it around and extend the life of the plow. In fact, if you have to, you could just simply replace it. I don't see where we'd wear it down that much that soon. This just says quality all over it. Very nicely done. A very heavy gauge steel for a plow this size. Once I've picked up the blade and I've tilted the bucket so that it's up, so that I can get the blade, everything to slide back. Now I can begin clamping. Right now I can see that the bar in the frame is right up against the blade. It's not cocked or sticking out too far. It's right where it needs to be. And I can start clamping this down. What's nice about this particular blade, the snow blade, is that there is actually a full frame that is underneath the bucket, directly underneath the clamps. So you're not going to deform your bucket when you're clamping it down. And the clamps also have little feet on the bottom that turn. That way there, they stay put on the bucket as you're turning this screw down, and it doesn't chew into your bucket. You see a lot of clamps that just chews the bucket right up. So all I have to do now is make sure these clamps are good and tight. Okay, now all I have to do is adjust my blade. Right now, the blade is straight. You can tilt the blade at a 30-degree angle either side. There's a pivot point here. There's a pin that you can pull out, and you can rotate the blade right to where you might want it. It lines up. We'll line it up with that. There we go. Put this pin in. And now I have it tilted. Because these snow blades are designed where you can do a little bit of light grading with them when you don't have any snow. Obviously there's no snow here today, and I wanted to show you the plow, what I bought it for plowing snow, but I think we're pretty much done with that for the season here in Maine. And so I'll do another video showing it plow snow when the snows return again within a few days probably. This is Maine. But yeah, I got this good and tight. Now the only other thing, if you're going to do light grading, is you have to put some bolts. There's some holes here that will lock the blade and keep the blade from tripping. When you hit something, you don't want it to trip on you. And that's a safety feature when you're plowing snow. There's something hidden, you don't see it, it'll trip the blade. And that's what these big springs are for. But when you're doing light grading, you don't want that. So you have to put a few bolts through here, and I'm going to have to go see if I can find some. This is my first time ever doing any grading with a straight blade like that. I've never operated a bulldozer, so this is a whole new experience. But I'm pretty happy with the results. Just taking a skim cut across the top, leveling things out. I don't want to go too wild though, because it's still mud season here in Maine, and after the snow melt, we've had torrential downpours and you know, just a whole lot of rain, and the ground is saturated. It's really soft, but I'm encouraged. I'm happy with what I see here, and I'm very happy with this snowplow arrangement, and I'm also very happy that I can use it for doing some light grading here in the driveway. I'm going to get a lot of use out of this blade. I'm sold. I really love that blade. I love the way it works. It might be a couple $100 more than much of the competition, but the difference in quality, the value you get for the dollar, I think is well worth it. I'd much rather have this blade than a lot of the others I've seen out on the market. This is a piece of equipment that's going to last our farm for many, many years to come without having to replace it, or I don't think there'll be any heavy-duty repairs we'll have to make because of the rugged construction. So next, now that I've taken the snow blade off, I'd like to talk about these forklift tines that are also from Earth and Turf Attachments. And all of these are made right here in the United States. Super quality. These are very well made. And one of the features is that it has this little pad that spins so that when you're clamping it down onto your bucket, you're not chewing into the bucket. The same as the snow blade. The snow blade has that same pad on the clamp. So you just slide it on the bucket until it's seated. And then you just go ahead and crank down on the clamp until you get it good and tight. And these particular forklift tines are very reasonably priced. They're well made, well constructed, and heavy duty. And they fit my tractor perfectly. I have a compact New Holland model 1725, 1998 vintage. It's a 3-cylinder diesel, 4-wheel drive, about 28 horsepower, somewhere in that range. Let me get the other forklift tine. And another feature of these forklift tines that you don't see on a lot of the others is that you have this little handle attached. Now they didn't have to do that, of course, and most of the ones I've seen don't have them, but it makes it very handy. So you can just pick this up and it's pretty well balanced to carry it around. They're not terribly heavy. I mean, they are heavy, but it's well within reason. Most people can pick it up and move it around. And the rated capacity on here is 800 pounds, and I don't need anything more than that. John Bentley, the owner, told me that it was actually rated at 1,000 pounds, but in the interest of safety, they just made it 800. And if you have a larger capacity tractor with greater lift, my bucket is only rated for 750 pounds lift, so 800 pounds is fine. But he does make another set of tines which have a much higher weight capacity. And they also make these for a variety of models, not just clamp on like this, but they have them for the skid steer loaders and those quick attach type things with other tractors, some more modern ones. So you're not, you don't just have to stick with this. But for my little tractor, it's very handy. And so now, I'm just going to use this to pick up a pallet and move it. But I mean, I can pick up the pallet by hand, but I just want to show you the handiness of having these forks. They go on and off so quickly. I don't know why I didn't buy them years and years ago, or why I didn't make a pair. Because it's pretty simple. I could have taken some steel and locally available steel and welded something up. But these weren't that expensive, all things considered, so. For what it would have cost me for the steel, I would have saved some money, but not a lot. And all the labor I'd have to put into it, welding rod, time invested, getting other components. It was just a whole lot faster and easier to buy these from John. And the reason I bought these, I knew that I needed these forklift tines in order to get the snow blade off the truck. So what John Bentley did, president of the company, when I bought these together, he packaged these forklift tines right on the very top of the skid that the snow blade was attached to. And so when the truck came, all I had to do was just take these off the top of the crate, clamp them onto the tractor, and then lift the skid right off the back of the truck. Easy as pie. Well, folks, I wanted to get this out to you much sooner than now, but I've been in the hospital. I had to have some surgery done and then go through some recovery. before I could finish taking all the various video clips and putting it together and getting it edited. But I really wanted to get this out. This is not a sponsored video. I wasn't paid to do it, and I paid the full retail price for this equipment. It was something I needed, I wanted. I did a lot of shopping, and I was convinced, and I wanted to do a video on it. And I want to thank John Bentley, president of the company of Earth and Turf Attachments, for his cooperation. And, you know, he spent a lot of time on the phone with me, and he really sold me because he told me about all the various features and in the construction that they use. And it was very informative. And so I decided I wanted to share this with all of you. I really like this equipment, and I wanted to get the word out. It's American made, and it's good quality. The company's down in Pennsylvania. We're here in Maine. So, of course, it had to be trucked up here, and but that wasn't a problem. It only took a couple of days. John told me lead time was around 7 to 10 days, but it came much faster than that. And, well, you know, they make a lot of different things. Earth and Turf Attachments. I'm going to put a link in the video description below so that you can visit their website, and I'll also put a link to John's video. That's when I first found him. I watched John's video, and he did the demonstration on that snowblade, and I was convinced. I thought it was great. He does a much better job than I do of explaining his product, of course. So thanks again, John. I hope you enjoyed this video, everybody. If you want some really well-made, well-thought-out attachments, I mean, a lot of engineering goes into this. And John's been in this business for many years, and then he started this company, and he wanted to have a lot of these attachments made much better than what he saw offered on the market. And he did a great job. So contact Earth and Turf. Talk to John Bentley, and you know, if you have a farm or a homestead, John's going to meet your needs. He has a lot of good stuff out there. One last thing I forgot to mention: the 4,200 subscriber milestone giveaway. Only a couple of entries. Once again, not getting many entries on these giveaways. But Gary Cade is the winner of the plaque. There's 2 to choose from. So Gary, there's one. And here's the other one you can choose from. No, we can. Yeah, there we go. And you choose which one you want. You let me know. Make sure I have your U.S. postal mailing address. You have 30 days to make your choice and get the address to me so I can get it out to you. And because there isn't much activity and people aren't really entering these giveaways, then I may suspend them for a while. This might be the last one for some time until we generate more interest. When I hear comments from people letting me know what they're interested in, then maybe we can continue it. So we're playing it by ear. It's all an experiment. Let's see how it goes. Once again, thanks for watching. See you next time.